I'm doing good, Alhamdulillah. God has been very kind, but more importantly, I'm super excited with this new responsibility. It's something out of passion, so that's the beauty of it. It's something that I had always enjoyed. So being a part of getting a role where actually I could contribute much more, it's a beautiful thing. I'm totally enjoying it. Like being in BFF, what does it mean? Okay, I think as I shared briefly that being on the other side of the table, where you go and watch game, you enjoy, you cheer, I have a sports marketing background, so at times you do business and whatnot. That's a different level altogether. But when you're on the other side of the table, there it comes with a responsibility where you genuinely have a chance to contribute something. Being someone who loves sports, who loves football, who is very passionate about it, getting a role to contribute something for the football of Bangladesh, I consider is a truly privilege. I would say it's a gift from Almighty God that I've been given this responsibility. I could win the trust of the delegates, and here I am today as a vice president. So this means this relation is very special to me. And I really hope, may God bless and may God be kind to me, that I could actually leave a mark at the end of the term. After 4 years when I leave, I hope and inshallah I will leave a mark, a positive one, inshallah, hopefully, for football in Bangladesh. June 10 match I think is and will be a historical moment for the football of Bangladesh, because it will bring quite a few things that football has never seen. After a long time, really long time, people are not talking about a game, people are not talking about a tournament, people are talking about just one match. This is unheard of in any sports. It's not a tournament that we are talking about World Cup. Well, we don't watch all the matches of World Cup. We watch Brazil match, Argentina match. But there are other matches too. You talk about cricket, you don't talk about one match, you talk about a tournament, a series. But this is just one match, 90 minutes. And for that 90 minutes, millions of people are talking about it. Millions of people are looking forward, what will happen, what not will happen. So I think this is a landmark in football history of Bangladesh. That's one aspect. Secondly, for federation, this is an opportunity to showcase that actually football can bring positivity to federation as well. Because historically what has happened is, unfortunately, I'm not here to blame anyone, but somehow things happened, but we heard BFF could not raise the fund, BFF could not arrange this, BFF could arrange that, and they struggle, and genuinely struggle. It's not easy, it's a very tough competition out there. But this match, I personally, as the head of marketing or chairperson of marketing committee, I'm looking for a match where I will, inshallah, leave a mark, a case study that Football Federation, by organizing this one match, will actually make some money as well, which means they will earn some revenue, which will again go back to football. So that's going to be a unique thing in football history in Bangladesh, I'm telling you this. Thirdly and finally, I think what is very important, inshallah, I strongly believe that the way we are planning that match overall to be presented, the showcasing of the match would be also very different than any other sports has showcased in Bangladesh. I can assure you that.
Right.
There will be, I will not tell you everything at the moment, but what I will tell you one thing, that 90 minutes, neither me nor you will play. It's the players. But before 90 minutes, in between the matches and right after, the experience we are committed or we are planning to give to our audience, be it in the stadium, be it in front of TV, be it in front of your OTT platform, or be it in a giant screen somewhere, they will all have a great experience. That would be my commitment, and I'm really looking forward to that. So 3 aspects this match is so important. Firstly, it's a historical match that is genuinely poised to change the face of football of Bangladesh. Secondly, it's a match where, inshallah, for Football Federation for the first time will actually get some positive revenue. And thirdly, it will make again a history, inshallah, giving an experience to our audience. So that is our overall commitment, and that's the reason this match is very special to me. There are 2 things here. One thing is, I do have a sports marketing background.
Yeah.
So I have been doing sports marketing business. So one thing we learn in sports marketing is that as long as you have a product, you will be able to sell. Now that means you have to make that product. Now, whether you will make money selling it or whether you will lose money or you will just maybe just balance up, that's a different thing. That depends a lot of things. But you need a product. So when we came, I always believed that football has a genuine potential. This is always I believed.
So why didn't we could pull out?
There are a few things I have to be honest. First of all, markets trust on football. Corporate markets. I myself, as I told you, I'm sorry, I'm repeating this, but I think it's important that when I do sports marketing, have been doing for ages. I used to do business in football and cricket both. If I could sell something to same client, cricket 100 taka, when I used to go to football with him, or football to him, he will pay me 10 taka. It's the mindset that for football, okay, that's you could pay less, but cricket is a premium product. Now that is something that my president, yes, absolutely, my president, and along with my whole executive committee, where I'm a humble partner as well, we are challenging that needs to change. It's not going to change in one day, but what new things are happening, I'll tell you. For example, AFC qualifiers, this is not the first time matches are happening in Bangladesh, but count me on this. This match, for just this match, I am getting, inshallah, a title sponsor. Someone is actually being a title sponsor for this one match. That doesn't even happen in other sports. For this particular match, I am planning to bring at least 5-6 other co-partners, and I'm in discussion at the moment. I haven't closed anyone, otherwise I could have told you the names as well. But inshallah, people will see 7-8 brands participating for this match with BFF. I believe they failed to envision the structure and the packaging was missed. That was maybe the lack of experience. That could have been lack of endeavor, or that could have been timing too. You have to understand, we reached the highest point of roller coaster thanks to Hamza. So I have to be honest about it. Yeah. What I'm thinking now, I couldn't have thought if Hamza was not there. That's the reality. Maybe after working, maybe third year of my tenure, I could have thought this. But now I'm getting, or I'm at least hoping to get this. It's thanks to Hamza, because that Hamza effect has been instrumental changing the face of football in general. Secondly, another thing I think is very important, that at least thanks to you, the media, the talkability of football has increased significantly. Be it in social media, be it in print media, be it in electronic media, people are now talking football. And when I say talking football, it doesn't have to be positive always. It can be positive, it can be negative, it can be criticism, it can be just feedbacks, but you are talking football. So when you take a certain amount of space out of this social media or the print media or the TV media with football, and then when you go to sponsor, the first thing they say, apnara to football bhaloi korchen.
Yeah.
That's the first thing they say. And there are a lot of things that are happening in football now. You're doing quite good. They don't know much, by the way. It's just the fact that they're seeing football everywhere. So these are all collective effort, So again, I never blame anyone, because I never look at past. I always look at present, and I believe in future. But I think we have been blessed with the timing that we are in. You have to see, we got elected. Even 3 to 4 days time, our girls own SAF for the second time. In 3 months time, our girls got Ekushe Padak, to being the first sports entity to get that. Then we got Hamza. Then our first match was against India in India. And yes, we should have won that match, but we didn't lose a point. We took a point from India and came back to Bangladesh. So all these things in every level helps, So I think it's a accumulative or collaborative effort altogether. But definitely there's lots of positivity. And as a federation board member, in particular responsible for marketing, I think I've got a lot to do now. I've got a lot of work to do now, because this whole atmosphere is a privilege. So I must get the most of it, and inshallah, that is what I'm trying to do. No, I don't think IBOL is changing. I think IBOL has already changed.
Okay.
If you see Bangladesh-India match, which happened in Ceylon, I was not here, I was in India. But this has never been seen, that all over the country, people with their own money, with their own effort, put up giant screens and watch the match. This happens only in FIFA World Cup. This even doesn't happen in Cricket World Cup, or forget about the domestic cricket. It doesn't happen. We didn't do it. No one said that, go and do it. People did it voluntarily. So eyeball is already there. And now it's a game that whether we are able to sustain that eyeball, whether we are able to increase that, and of course, whether we can capitalize that. So it's step by step. You can't really expect that everything will happen on day one. But yes, it has started. Now it's our job to nurture it and hold it, and make it better, inshallah. No, I think I have to give credit here to the BFF management. Like we are the board of directors, if I may say.
Yeah.
But I have to give credit to them because at least in Hamza's case, and now in Shamit's case as well, our team had been very instrumental in terms of their overall logistic management, in terms of communication, in terms of handling of issues related to Hamza or any other big star as such. Hats off to them. They've done a good job. They needed good supervision, which our Honorable President definitely gave to the team and to us as well. So the directions were set, the guidelines were set, and I think the boys or the girls did it good, did it well. Just if I may share here, the day Hamza was leaving, I and President Tabid Awal, we went to bid him farewell and early morning, and I actually asked him that, Hamza bhai, how was your experience overall? Please let me know because, excuse me, I'm in a position where if there's anything wrong, I can try to rectify it. So please be very honest. You know what he said? Because Fahad bhai, I loved it.
The whole experience.
The whole experience, I loved it. My family is already talking that when we will come in June, what will we do and what we will not do. So we are so excited about it. So alhamdulillah, so I think that's a great signal. Beyond that, if I can tell you that, in terms of this particular match, it's a huge logistic challenge you're talking about, Alhamdulillah, I'm seeing our team is very serious. They're already working on it. I'm sure you see in the TV competition committee, which was a committee which was never even used before. Competition committee was like a sleeping committee in Football Federation. But today, competition committee is doing what they're supposed to do, and they are doing it in a proper way. From our side, though, when this match was announced, I asked my team that, what about some sponsorship? So they say, Fahad bhai, this is just one match. No one wants to sponsor it. So we never actually got anyone as such. I say, okay, you know what let's do? Let's call for a tender. Let's see if there's interest or not. If there's not, that's fine. But let's document it, Let's document it.
Right.
Yeah, and I did it. Last week I floated a tender. I think 2 days ago we floated another number of tenders. Few has been closed yesterday. I haven't seen the result yet. I will see maybe later today or tomorrow. Few will come next week. So we would actually see whether there is interest or not, which I believe there will be some interest, and to what extent. Yeah, I can't expect there will be a lot of interest, but I strongly believe that inshallah we will have good brands associated with this particular match, and you would be very pleased to know that there are some top brands, like next week you would see, inshallah, they are promoting within their customer good ticketing campaign. So they've reached out to us and they say, can we block 50 tickets? Can we block 100 tickets? Can we block 500 tickets? And we would like to do competitions within our group, or we would like to reward them for some purchase, some sort of understanding, but can we do that? And this we have never seen, and I doubt any other sports has seen, but this is something we didn't even call for tender. People actually reach out to us and they say, can we do it? And inshallah, you will see next week, I believe there will be at least 2 top brands, consumer brands announcing such campaigns. So, things are changing. Now, if you see good things, if you sit idle and sit back and think, things are moving great, we'll be great again. No, that's not going to happen. Everyone has to do his work. Everyone has to do their part. That is something very important. And I believe that our president definitely motivates us very highly to do that. Me as the vice president, our management, general secretary, and the concerned people, everyone is working as a good team now. So logistically, if you ask me, yes, BFF is quite capable, if I say so, in handling such big names and such big matches, inshallah.
And what are the price of the tickets? Will it be accessible to the crowd?
This I don't know, but I can show you the numbers here. I can show you the numbers. The numbers we're talking about now is for the gallery, the range is between 300 to 500. So we don't know. It can be 300, it can be 400, it can be 500. The decision has not been made till now. I believe tomorrow, Thursday, it should be decided. Maybe tomorrow they will announce it, or maybe Sunday they will announce it for sure. So that's the range for the galleries, and the VIP zones like the clubhouse, corporate box, hospitality. Those would range from 2,000 taka per ticket going up to 5,000 taka per ticket. So that will be a different category as well. So we'll see how the response is. I'm sure you're aware that first time we are planning to go majority of the tickets online, so that our fans can get a genuine, fair chance to get access to the tickets. So let's see how that experience goes in. Yesterday was the last date for the submission of online platforms. So I think competition committee is doing it. They should be able to lock with whom they will work with by Sunday next, inshallah. If that happens, touch wood, everything goes well, end of next week, if not definitely the week after. So it's happening soon, in next 7-8 days, inshallah. You see, we have a plan for pre-match show. We have a long plan for pre-match show. We want to do something in the halftime as well, but these are all subject to AFC approval. You will be happy to know that we are actually also planning to have 8 Giants staying in 8 divisional cities. Those will be all connected live with Dhaka. So in the TV, you would be able to see, okay, what is happening in Chittagong, what is happening at Sylhet, what is happening at Baridhara, and so on. And there will be all festive atmosphere. So like I said, that sports, inshallah, will be presented in a very different way. So there will be a lot of elements, and one thing I cannot disclose now for a certain reason, but there will
You're not disclosing a lot of things.
No, but inshallah, it depends on when are you making it on air. You tell me that.
I'll be making my on air day after tomorrow.
Okay, no, I can't say that. It's too early. But no, keeping the joke aside, there will be one surprise act, that's for sure. Already I can see in the city there are a lot of talk about it. Some from some place.
Is coming?
I can't say that. I cannot say that.
Because I'm just asking you because the day before yesterday, Azad Bashundhara, who's there, he had given a post that there will be 2 legends.
Yes,
and
I know.
So I'm just...
Oh, I've seen that post as well, so I do not know. I do not know yet, but I can tell you for sure there will be a surprise element there on that match day, inshallah. Something, again, I can assure you this, if that we can pull off, that will be something Bangladesh has never seen, inshallah. So let's see. Let's hope for the best.
Fahad bhai.
No, I've told you in the beginning. I do business more in cricket because there's more money, honestly.
Yeah,
there's no money.
But that is changing, I think.
Yes, that is definitely changing. Just started. Just started it. It's too early.
Is the 80-20 gap?
At the moment, I would
because
say...
Because you just said that 10-90.
Yes, no, definitely it's 70-30 now. It's
70-30 now.
Yes, yeah. At least football has gained 20-25% for sure. No doubt about it. Marketing in terms of marketing, commercial value wise, it's difficult to compete with cricket in Bangladesh because you have longer time of advertising airspace. So let's be honest about it. You know, even if it's a T20 match, the time of minutes you can advertise is much more than what you could do in football. Secondly, FIFA has a very strict guideline. So, you know, in our matches, we cannot do a lot of things which cricket can do. For example, I cannot put any logo in a jersey.
No.
In my national team. Now I have Hamza in my national team. Shamit is coming. Now my jersey has enormous value. If I were given a chance that I could put a brand, I know I could fetch more than cricket. I know for sure. But I can't do that. FIFA doesn't allow me to do that. So we've got limitations. So in terms of exceeding cricket, in terms of commercial value, it's a challenging thing because of nothing, not because of football, but because of the guidelines and also because of the airtime. But in terms of unquantifiable value, if I take, you know, the values which is not quantifiable just by money or numbers, I can definitely say football will be at par with cricket. There is no doubt about it. The way it's heading now, we have to just do the things rightly and properly. Definitely we can do. I will give you a small example. Very recently, I will not mention the name of a client. We called the client and we told them, you know, about a cricket tournament. And also we talked about another non-football cricket, another sports, smaller sports, a small budget thing. We spoke about both. They said no, for the cricket one, at the moment we are not interested. We'll see later on, definitely, but not now. The other sport now, but can we talk about football? It was surprising to me, and when my colleague told me that, they told they would like to come and meet Fahad bhai in the federation or in his office. What's happening in football? Nothing commitment, no commitment, but we just want to know. We just want to know what's happening in football. This is a beautiful thing, I would say, because this level of interest was never there. And this, I'm talking about one of the topmost brand in the country, one of the highest spenders in marketing of the country. And they just came in this very office and they just asked Fahad bhai, can you just share us your calendar? What plans you have, what matches you have, how you're developing your youth. We just want to know, we just want to keep it on record. So I believe, as I told you, the process has already started. Taking football where it rightfully belongs. That is very important, taking football where it rightfully belongs. And that's our job to take it there, inshallah. I mean, you see, football, the ecosystem is huge.
The school football, grassroots.
Yes, yeah. You see, I mean, coming back to that, football ecosystem is huge. As you know, I mean, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So to make sure that we try to touch at least every core point of the ecosystem, first time again in BFF, our president has done a very unique thing. Is he has made, first of all, few new committees. At the same time, the typical culture of only the vice presidents are chairing all the committees, we are not like that. Like I being a vice president, I'm chairing only 2 committees, where we have a lot of committees. You would see almost every executive committee member is chairing 1 committee. So that's the first thing, that trying to use as many resources as possible. Under that area, we have a committee called Development Committee, which is led by one of our colleagues, Zaidi Bhai, is a very extremely successful industrialist and a businessman. So development falls under him. So automatically, because of that committee and its area of scope of work, grassroots development, the youth teams fall under him. So as you know, he is already working with our 2 youth teams, the BFF Elite Academy, under 17 and under 19. Beyond that, he is planning now to have a subcommittee or maybe a separate entity altogether for the schools as well. And for the schools, we have just successfully completed a very small tournament, inter-city school, but these are only city-based English medium schools. We are in talk with our primary and mass education ministry that there's a program that they do, and how can we do it in coordination with football. So let them do it with their funding. We have no problem with that, but we would like to have it rightly. So having the right regulations, sending our scout coaches so that we can see good players, all the systems and regulations are maintained, and a healthy competition is there. So the school, we have multiple plans. Firstly, definitely is this intercity school, which our president has started. It's a new thing. We want to take it forward to other cities. Primary schools with the primary and mass education, and of course the youth, that's under 15, under 17, under 19, under 21, that whole youth scouting from all over the country, bringing them into BFF Elite Academy and training them, making them prepare for this age level national teams and putting in the right platform. So that's overall, holistically, I'm sharing out my plan. I mean, you have very rightfully said, domestic league, without a proper domestic league, we don't have a federation, to be very honest. I mean, that because the domestic league is your identity. Yeah, the top league of men's and top league of women's, that is an identity of any federation. Unfortunately, yes, we actually are lagging very behind in that. So ground is just one problem, which is less responsible is federation, but more the custodian of the grounds, which is typically the National Sports Council and so on. So we are having a very good relation with them, and we are thinking what can be done for this, be it reducing the number of fields, or be it increasing, or be it changing the number of fields. So definitely there's an area to work. But I think what is very important for domestic league is broadcasting.
Yeah,
something.
That's one point.
It has been missing, yeah.
I mean, that you think that without broadcasting, your domestic league will not go where you are thinking?
It will not go anywhere without a proper broadcasting, because what's the point of having football which is not being seen by people, So, I mean, I will give you one example. The capacity, it has been experienced. Capacity of a stadium anywhere, if in Bangladesh, 20,000, 30,000. And the capacity of OTT, YouTube is in millions. And that is the reality. Now people with this busy schedule, thanks to the traffic we have all over, people prefers to watch in their leisure, in their phone, or in their YouTube, or in their iPad, or in computer, whatever, or in your TV. So you need to have a minimum level of broadcasting. That's number one. Second thing is, by not only broadcasting, it's not enough. You need to show it as well. So you need to have multiple platforms. You cannot just show it in TV, because TV would have many programs as well. At times the matches will not be shown. So you have to have a multi-level showcase platform. So one could be TV, one has to be an OTT platform. It can be any. More than one also, no problem, but OTT platform.
The more the better.
The more the better. And 3 is also other digital alternates like YouTube or other places. Along with that, I also believe that one thing we are very much missing is we do not do data-driven analysis or we do not do data-driven information dissemination, you know. This is missing in the sports sector of Bangladesh. You would see, including yours, if I may say so, you would see newspaper review, I have gone here, Tabid has done this, but hardly we will see in today's match, this was the match pass accuracy, this players, this many shots he took, but this much was success rate. This player, the heat wave, the heat measurements, we don't use this data in Bangladesh. I'm sorry to say. The media and the press, yeah, I'm great, I appreciate it. But I'm not saying that's the only thing. But my point is, when people are passionate about football, they're not interested in what Fahad Karim is doing, by the way. They're not. They're interested in what our players are doing on that pitch, on that 90 minutes. So if you give them that information, that is what they will be attracted to. So as a federation,
how will Hamza play?
How will Hamza play? You just look our neighboring country. You look at Indian YouTubers in the matches. They do our team's analysis better than what we do, believe it or not, at times. Indian YouTubers are already discussing if Shamit comes and Hamza is there, what would be the strategy of Bangladesh team and Singapore match? And what should Singapore do about it? They're already talking. Show me one media house or one platform, they're doing this discussion. But they're talking about me. What Fahad Karim is doing, what Tabid Awal is doing. No. I'm sales because I'm selling. Why? Because you're not using the right product. Look, let me just clarify this. I've clarified this before, but let me just clarify this. Hamza, Shamit, they are in a different league. Why? Because they're already proven. They are playing in their top leagues. So they're different.
So now we have got 30.
Yeah, now we have 30 plus players who are planning to come end of June, 28, 29, 30. This, I've checked the age. Trial? Yeah, I'm going to have a 3-day trial, again for the first time in Federation history, where we are organizing such a trial, technology-driven trial. So that's going to be a trial where there will be videos, there will be match analysts.
When is that?
28, 29, 30th June. And we are thinking of making a 5 to 7 member independent panels. So there will be the technical director, there will be one coach from our pool, there will be at least one coach from outside, like Bangladeshi, but not within BFF. We'll have 1 or 2 national, ex-national players. We'll have someone from our executive committee. So individually, everyone will watch and they will do their scoring or they will give their feedback. Our goal is, out of these 30 odd players, we will create a proper database, information, and we will hand it over to the technical department. And they will conduct it. Then it's coach's call. The technical team's call. Who would fit in where? God forbid, it might be so, none of them will qualify. God bless, you never know, we can have 5, 6 great players, you never know. Because it's a trial at the end of the day. So one misconception I would like to clarify through you is just because someone playing outside
doesn't
guarantee
that he plays.
Yes, this is because sometimes we get carried away. Oh my God, when he's playing there, why he's not? It's a good thing, it's a way of people thinking, but everyone has to prove themselves, you know. Unless also another thing is there, if the head coach or the technical director or the technical people just see someone's matches and they think that, no, you know what, he can be a good fit. That's a different thing.
So, have you watched anyone so far?
I have not watched because that's not my job. I'm a marketing guy, I'm just organizing it, but I'm giving all the information to our technical department. They're doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Hamza credit, honestly, you have to give it to our last committee. 80% thing was done was there. And you have to give credit to my president because we would have got him much later if president didn't interfere. There were a lot of locks, there were a lot of blocks, which he unlocked it in a very short span of time. So credit has to go to them. If you ask me or my colleagues' contribution, it's like 0.000001. But Shamit one was, I take the credit, not me alone, but me with my BFF team. We were very closely in touch. And again, President helped us to get top level clearance in a very short span of time. So overall, alhamdulillah, that was a good experience. No
What
doubt.
about the Sullivan brothers?
Sullivan brothers, we just started actually. I mean, I've got his father's consent that they're interested. But there's a challenge, as I've told it before, that, you know, out of 4 routes, the only one route is from Bangladesh, and that is our grandmother. But it is not that it's not doable. No, that's not true. But it has a lot of challenge. It's much more challenging than Hamza or Shamit. So it will take some time, but we have primarily made a plan how to go about it, what are the steps and so on. I will be sharing the steps. I've already shared with his father over the phone, but I'm going to now spell it out. What are the information we would need exactly and when. to him.
Which
and
brother specifically?
the twin. They're also, I call them Sullivan brothers as well. Sullivan duo, I call them. But they're the twins who are both in actually Philadelphia under 18 now. In Philadelphia.
And Cuba Mitchell?
16, 17.
Cuba Mitchell, our respected SVP, Imrul Bhai is looking after. So I've got no clue whatsoever. But I'm just praying if he's good, inshallah, let him have ASAP. But that's Imrul Bhai is. I would not say as a gap, but I would rather say it's a challenge. Rather, it's a challenge. Now, let me just, if I may, take a step back, and if I see, it's a very common trend now globally that when our national teams are formed, you do bring your players, your origin players from all over the world. I'll give you one example: Morocco.
Yeah.
Morocco. Most of the Morocco best 11 players, forget about playing in Moroccan league. Half of them were not even born in Morocco. But they were all Moroccan origin, they were born abroad, they were raised abroad, they were all have that passports, and then they came to Morocco to play for Morocco. So this is one example. It's a very, and now Sri Lanka also. Sri Lanka is going heavily. Actually, Sri Lanka now is extremely competitive team just because of this mix. So I think when these top level players come to play for national team, even the standard of league might differ significantly, but they also have, that's the reason they're top player. They have the compatibility, they have the learning or the expertise to manage and compete now, but manage and be a part of the team. If you see just one example, Hamza's on the last match, he immediately took the position of the leader and he started controlling the game.
Without being nominated as leader.
Nomination is a different thing,
no,
but
I mean, there was a leader.
Yeah, he immediately took it. And within a week only. And again, I'm giving you, unfortunately, I have to give you international YouTubers reference because in our YouTubers, perhaps they don't talk like that. International YouTubers from Middle East, they say that Hamza's playing in that match increased all other Bangladeshi players' performance because they were all trying to compete within themselves to match him. So you see, so good players when they come, there's a reason they're good and they're professional and they play for the top league because they know how to act where, and they know how to make it a team rather than an individual. Because football, the modern football is not individual driven anymore. It's a team thing, and they know it very well. So I believe Hamza's inclusion is definitely a fantastic thing for Bangladesh football. Shamit's inclusion will definitely be an addition. If the other players that are in discussion, they also come and they are actually genuine contributors, and if they're given the chance, inshallah, I think overall it will be an excellent team, inshallah. I would rather say there are two things here. Firstly, if you think one Hamza and one Shamit are 2 out of 23, so not even 10%. So 2 out of 23. So there is no challenges or no issue of missing out players just because they are coming. If it was 11, 12 players coming, then you could have thought, okay, then what will happen to my local talent? So still the majority is the local talent, if you see the number.
Even if you... that 11 abroad players.
No, you don't know. If they're available, why? That's a different level of discussion. I think it all depends on the result.
He just mentioned about Morocco.
Yeah, Morocco, you see, it's a result. Now, when Morocco players came, they had a foreign coach. They didn't like it. They brought a local coach, who was heavily criticized. But then that local coach made them the 4th in the World Cup. Yes, and now he's a national hero.
I'm all in for 11 players or whatever.
So why do they beg? I mean, why are they criticizing?
I think there's two groups of people. You see one group of people who are welcoming such ideas. Another group of people might be thinking that, by bringing such talents or some players, you are actually not being fair to the domestic players. So that's you see, I would not say the word criticize. I would say it's their opinion, and which I respect. It's a very personal opinion, and I always try to be very respectful to anyone's opinion. I have nothing against it. But the fact of the matter is, as a football fan, what do you want at the end of the day? You want your national team to perform. You don't care.
Want your national to be followed.
Yes, you want your national to excel. You want your national team to be followed. You want your national team to
be a product.
Product. So if that product combination needs such talents, we'll bring it. It's as simple as that. For example, there's one boy, Murshid, I think, in the team, which is youth team, which is playing in India. People are talking about heavily, and he's a local talent. My point is, if you perform, if you perform, it may take a while or it may take shorter time, people cannot avoid, because football is what you do in that 90 minutes. So in that 90 minutes, what they perform, which will make them different. That's what it is. It might be. It might be. It's not only foreign actually. So I would not use the word foreign because it can be within anyone for that matter.
Jamal
Jamal had a similar problem. Now you see, the thing is that we only talk about one Famidul, one Jamal. But there are so many local players are also having problems. They have inter-club conflicts, they have inter-club issues. My club players, but we don't talk about it. But when you see from the bird's eye view, you would notice all these things. It's just we like to talk about our expat players. For example, in this our youth team, we are talking about why the expat players are not performing or being using. But we are getting the result. So I'm not saying that that's not the right decision.
Is this
we are result oriented. We are here to get results. We are here to bring results. Whoever gets results, we will go and look for him or her, and we will try to bring him on board, because I'm here not to advocate for a person. I'm here to advocate for our national team. So whatever a national team requires, we will try to do that. And I'm not a member of that, we've got an extremely competent national teams committee, led by our president and led by our senior vice president. So they're both extremely experienced with some next national players there. So I think we've got the right people in the right place who would definitely do whatever is needed, inshallah, to make sure our national team performs. The rest is on the players, what they do on 90 minutes. I strongly believe that this will be a game changer. This would be history in the making. This could be a day which the football lovers of Bangladesh will always remember, inshallah. I think so. You know, it's more than a match. It's Hamza's debut in Bangladesh. It's Shamin's debut in Bangladesh. It's a match where we didn't lose the match before. We drew with a top team in India, and we are now playing again. It's a match after 5-7 years. We're having a match in Dhaka Stadium. It's a match where, as I told you, to give good experience to our people or our audience, we are planning a lot of things. So I believe going back to the first thing, it's the right product that can surely leave a mark, and let's hope it lives, inshallah. I mean, first of all, I believe that it's not only fans, even me, as being outsider before, I had no idea. We had no idea. Let me give you an example. Every such match, BFF incurs, or BFF is required to spend a huge amount of money, which we don't have any source to recover. So I'll start with, national team camp will start from June 1 or 31st May. So for 10-12 days, they will be housed in a hotel. They will be having two international assistant coach and physical trainers who comes for that period of time. So all this costs money. Then you have a team coming for the friendly match, so we have to give them accommodation. Then you have another team coming, which is a Singapore, just 2 days before or 3 days before. We have to also take care of the accommodation. All these costs are borne by BFF. Then you have the match day, the volunteers, the security measures, the brandings, production, broadcasting, satellite feed. No one thinks about these things. And I don't want to mention the number, but I can tell you this is significant cost. Now, the only alternate not to incur this is don't do football. But we can't do that. We are here to do football. So for this match, when I saw the budget, then I asked, from where you will get this money? They say, sir, this is one match, no one takes. I said, then let's think. Let's think of how we can convince them to take. And alhamdulillah, Allah has been very kind. I would not say that I've already reached the break even, but yes, you will see, as I've told you, 4 or 5 companies will come in various form with BFF for this particular matches. And inshallah, my aim is not only to make sure I recover the cost. My aim, inshallah, is I keep some additional fund through this match, so that could be used for the next match as well, because we still have 2 more matches in Dhaka. So you understand. So this is a huge financial and logistical challenges we face behind the scene, which people have no clue. They would come and say, why BFF is not doing this, why this is not happening, why that is not happening, but no one knows. The reason most of the time is not happening because we do not have a steady flow of finance. which is required. There is no option to it, you know. Unlike, say, in cricket, they are blessed with abundance of liquidity, which is a great thing. It's fantastic. So the challenge is always there. This is one challenge. Second challenge, another thing is which perhaps people don't foresee, is that, you know, the grounds or the stadium are not owned by us. It's owned by National Sports Council. Now, they're extremely supportive, I have to say, but everyone has their limitations, you know. So when we go there and when we try to see, okay, what could be done, what could not be done, we see a lot of unseen challenges that people do not see. And we have to look after that. We have to take over that. Update now, I mean, I'm not a part of, again, that grounds committee or the grounds team, but I'm very interested in how many seats are there because I need to sell. So that is sure. So the update now today there was heavy rainfall, but alhamdulillah, credit goes to NSC. There was no water logging in the field. So the drainage was fantastic. So that's a great thing. Another good update, yesterday they've started putting up the perimeter boards, so which is great. So we will be having digital advertisements showcased during the match, inshallah. The floodlight was tested yesterday again, as been done in the last few days, and apparently the result was very good. I'm not a technical person. There's some lux measurement that you do, and it was good. So I think it's very positive. It's very good. And let us hope, inshallah, 22nd May is the day where NSC is supposed to officially hand over the field to us for this match, inshallah, and going forward. So we sincerely hope that it will be good. Through you, I would like to thank National Sports Council for their unbelievable, passionately, professionally given support to us, I must say. I mean, we all have limitations, but there was no question about their intention. So that's for sure. So let's see, inshallah. We're looking forward. My only message to our fans would be, please be kind to get tickets from the right platform. Come and support your team.
And if someone who doesn't get the ticket?
Yes, I'm coming. Okay. We will be having a top quality production, so you can watch it on TV. We will be having a digital app where the matches will be shown, so you can also watch there. We will be having, from BFF, 8 divisional cities, we will be having giant screen arrangements, so they can go, and because it's Eid break, I believe a lot of people will be in their village home, so they can actually go to their divisional city and watch the game, experience the game. And most importantly, I will request all my fans to pray for our team. We need to do well, inshallah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
For more updates, follow us on Facebook, subscribe our YouTube channel, get the latest update on www.daily-sun.com.